All right, how's it going, everybody? This is Matt, 417 Storm Chasers. We just have our first tornado warning issued. Um, let's get it pulled up real quick. It is right here for the radar indicated tornado. It is southeast Bourbon County, west central Vernon County, and west central Missouri until 5:45. At 5:21, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Arcadia. We're 8 miles south of Fort Scott, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. So this is just to the... So it looks like it's kind of just south and east of Fort Scott right now. Right at the Kansas line. It's where that area of rotation is looking. Okay, let's see. Let's go back here.
Hey Andy, if you want, we can make a run for that tornado warning like he's talking, and that would also put us in play if we need to jump over to Nevada.
Yeah, that rotation is just to the southeast of Fort Scott right now. I got some chasers over in on the Kansas side right now that are looking like they're going to make a play for that. Looks like there's another one down in Arkansas. It's not a... We got... Okay, so there's a tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm in Newton County, McDonald County, Berry County until 6:15. It was near Wyandotte or Southwest City, moving northeast at 65 miles an hour. Neosho Park, Big Sugar Creek State Park, Monette, Cassville, Seneca, Granby, Anderson, Knoll, Dodge, Sligman, Pineville, Exeter. So there's the tornado possible tag on that severe thunderstorm right here. Well, here in for northwestern Cedar County, southwestern St. Clair, and eastern Vernon counties. At 5:30, a severe thunderstorm located near Walker, 8 miles west of El Dorado Springs, moving northeast at 25 miles an hour, 2-inch hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gust. So Nevada, El Dorado Springs, Walker, Shell City, Roscoe, Milo, Harwood, Tiffin, and Taborville. And that goes until 5, or no, that was at 5:30. That goes until 6:15, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so it's on another 28 minutes, so not 6:15, about 6 o'clock. Tornado possible on this severe thunderstorm, and then this other one here, kind of Seneca to 44 to Monette, Crane, and then down to the border. So for the Cassville area, all this area here, there's a tornado possible on that severe thunderstorm as well. So all right, hopefully that will take care of those buffering issues. This system is moving its way up into the area. Looks like they have another tornado warning down here, but that one's not really our concern at the moment. right here, right around El Dorado Springs, Nevada. And then, of course, this tornado warning here, right at the 54, kind of between Nevada and State Line, kind of between Nevada and Fort Scott. Regardless, there's 60-mile-an-hour winds right there, just to the south of 54, in between Nevada and El Dorado Springs, headed towards Hardwood. Still looking like that rotation's right at the state line. Let's see if we can get a little closer. In between 69 and the state line, just north of Garland, is where that area of rotation's looking like. Kind of the same here, right in between I-49 and 54 to the northeast, or rather it would be the north or southeast of that intersection. So we're still watching these few here. Have to wait and see how this next raid. But if you're in, let's see, if you're in the Richards, State, Stotesbury, Metz, anywhere along Highway O, between O and 49, you should probably get to your storm shelters now, because you have an active tornado warning there. And I really wouldn't be surprised if this severe thunderstorm warning here for El Dorado Springs goes tornado warned here before too long. But either way, some very, very strong winds associated with this storm here. Let's see. Where is this? Looks like that storm's coming right into Anderson. It's kind of running right parallel right now to I-49. So it begins. Storms are making their way into our area right now. Let's go back to reflectivity. Let's see if there's any hail with these. Oh, see, there we go. There's that tornado warning I was calling. All right, so this is radar indicated. This is for northeastern Vernon County until 6 o'clock. 5:36, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado is located near Walker or near Nevada, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. Hazardous tornado and quarter-size hail. This is a radar indicated rotation. So it'll be Nevada, Walker, Shell City, and Harwood. Looks like it's got a pretty substantial hail core to it as well.
Another tornado warning just east of Nevada, guys.
So this area of rotation looks kind of right here along Highway 54. Looks like it's just due south of Walker, coming right across Highway 54 right now. So if you're in Walker or anywhere along Highway C, headed up towards Harwood or Shell City, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Get into your safe places. Because that... Let's see, what's the wind on that? And we're looking at 70, almost 80 miles an hour. Coming right across 54 right now. So if you're in Walker, Harwood, or Shell City, you need to be taking your tornado precautions at this time. Get into your safe place, get into your room of the house, away from windows or basement storm shelter. But that's Walker, Harwood, and Shell City. Looks like that other tornado warning might have expired. All right, hang on just a second. All right, I gotta end this real quick. Hang on, everybody. All right. Come on, load back up. There we go. So it does look like that tornado warning expired there in the Fort Scott storm. It is still on for this one here. So again, that's Shell City, Harwood, and Walker.
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know if you heard my last radio communication. The one in Fort Scott has been discontinued. Copy that. Looks like, yeah, they moved it to Nevada. That area. Well, shoot.
Yeah, that area rotation is just in between Walker and Harwood, just north of 54. All right, let's see. Is anything else gone rewarned? Does not look like it. So that tornado warning for the Fort Scott area has been allowed to expire. So we have this one active one here. Still, if you're in the El Dorado Springs area, anywhere along, what is that, HH Highway? You know, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now. So north of 54 is where we're looking at right now. Let's see that one. So the tornado warning still stayed south, but there is still this tornado possible tag on this severe thunderstorm here for another 32 minutes. Come on now. We'd almost bet that rotation's right there, right at the state line, just to the east of Southwest City, right along I-49, just south of Anderson. Okay, we got another severe thunderstorm warning. This has a tornado possible on it as well. This is Cherokee County, southeastern Crawford County, southern Barton County, northern Newton County, and Jasper County. At 5:43, a severe thunderstorm located in a line extending from 6 miles west of Mineral to near Columbus, Quapaw, moving east at 50. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and $50 size hail. This radar indicated. They do have a tornado possible on that. The locations impacted would be Joplin, Pittsburgh, Carthage, Webb City, Prairie State Park, Carl Junction, Baxter Springs, Frontenac, Columbus, Galena, Ornogo, Carterville, Duquesne, Sarcoxie, Dunweg, Jasper, Diamond, Loma Linda, Cherokee, and Airport Drive. So this has a possible tornado tag on it. And Looking like about 1.25 inches hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. And we're gonna check with these other guys, see where they're at. Hey Andy, that cell just south of you guys just went severe warning with a tornado possible.
Cop that.
It's almost starting to make a pocket just around Springfield.
Oh. They just reissued Fort Scott. All right, guys, new tornado warning. This is until 6:15. At 5:45, severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Fort Scott, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. This is a radar indicated rotation, Fort Scott, Richards, and Deerfield. But that's going to be over into Missouri as well. Let's see, where are they at? So this Harwood one's still going. Let's check and see where that rotation's at now. Yeah, I'm still looking right there along 54, just to the east, southeast of Walker. Hey, that rotation is south of Fort Scott, right in between 69 and State Line.
Copy that. We're in some pretty heavy rain bands right now as we're trying to fight through.
All right, everybody. I'm just trying to. Some of the other teammates are out right. All right, everybody. I'm just trying to. Some of the other teammates are out. Get this radar going again. Get this radar going again. Okay, so there's another tornado warning. This one is just north of El Dorado Springs. This will be southwestern Sinclair County, eastern Vernon County.
New warning by Elder Springs. Got going off that one by the
Yeah, capable of producing was near Walker, 8 miles southwest of El Dorado Springs, moving northeast 25 miles an hour. Mid tornado and quarter-size hail. So Walker, Harwood, Tiffin, and Taborville. That's the areas under warning right now.
Hey, Andy, he's going to try to lead us to it by avoiding having to go through town and fighting the downtown traffic in town.
What the hell is going on? All right, everybody, I'm trying to catch your Facebook post as well, or Facebook comments. Give me just a minute. This radar going again. Okay, so there's another tornado warning. This one is just north of El Dorado Springs. This will be southwestern Sinclair County, eastern Vernon County. Yeah, capable of producing was near Walker, 8 miles southwest of El Dorado Springs, moving northeast 25 miles an hour. Mid tornado and quarter-size hail. So Walker, Harwood, Tiffin, and Taborville. That's the areas under warning right now. Okay, so we still have the ongoing warning here in for El Dorado Springs, Harwood, Shell City, Walker. It's going to be this area right here. Right there.
Hey, Jeff, if you look to your hard right, it eventually.
And then here over on the Kansas side, this area right here.
See some lowering.
Copy that.
And then down here, okay, we're still tornado possible on that one. Tornado possible on that one.
Yeah, definitely some low level.
Where? What rotation are they seeing? Oh, jeez, come on. Reload. Why are you doing this?
That one back down Scott's looking good.
Come on now. Why is this not wanting to load? Oh, guys.
You guys on there still?
Yeah.
Across the border, right by Erie and Walnut, out in Kansas. There's something popping there too.
All right, everybody. Sorry about that. Technology was supposed to make everything easier. All right, so we're still looking here. These two orange storms here around Walker, Harwood, El Dorado Springs, and then still this area of rotation right south of Fort Scott. Looks like there's just the severe thunderstorm warning out on that one too. All right. Yeah.
Underneath dual polarization called specific.
Okay, so we're continuing these same three warnings right now. The El Dorado Springs, just in between Walker and Harwood. This area seems to be where the rotation is, just due south of Harwood, and then right along the state lines of Fort Scott. All right, everybody. So we're continuing.
The comparison between the two, well, their hours are completely different, so I didn't know if it was at a different altitude, but more or less just kind of curious. There's a good example for me to learn.
All right, so those same three. So let's see. Yeah, it looks like they're still Harwood. Kind of like right at the junction of 54 and HH to the northwest of El Dorado Springs. Looks to be where that area rotation is. Still sticking hard on that Kansas one. Right at the state line. I would almost bet that would be... Oh, I bet they go tornado warning on that one too. We shall see. Yeah, seems to be a very broad, not very well put together rotation, kind of right in the Griffin Ford, just south of Highway 71. But I will not assume. But that does have a tornado possible on that severe thunderstorm. Same with this one here. That one's got a tornado possible. All right, everybody, we're still looking at these few here. They are continuing those warnings. I'm trying to get to all your questions and everything.
Channel mode.
Moving northeast 25 miles an hour.
That one's really starting to come together up there by Fort Scott, and they ended a whole line. They just issued a new warning for it too.
Yeah. Yeah, that one's just turning back right there at the state line. So it looks like the one tornado warning was allowed to expire. The one that was for right here along 54 and 49. They still continuing to the one just north of El Dorado Springs, kind of just southeast of Shell City. And then they are continuing the one for Bourbon and Vernon counties. This one here, they're continuing for another 14 minutes. And this one here is going for another 14 minutes as well. This one has 14 minutes still on that tornado possible for Berry and, was that Berry and Newton counties? Newton, McDonald, and Berry. And then 14 minutes left on this one too for Cherokee, southeastern Crawford, southern Barton, northern Newton, and Jasper counties.
That one down there in Bentonville, if that continues to gain steam and energy there, that's lined right up with us.
Yeah, we'll definitely be watching it.
On the backside, a little bit of RFD maybe.
All right. So we got another 12 minutes on this one, another 12 minutes on that one. I would almost bet that rotation has got to be right there. Yeah. Yeah, look at both of those. This one here, just north of El Dorado proper. And then right here on this one. Those are the two rotation signatures. So that would be right at just north of EE Highway. Was that South 31 or Southwest 1501? It's like 1501 in EE, Porsche, just north of El Dorado proper. What's the wind speed on that? Let's go check this one here. So about 60 miles an hour right there. Now that one is kind of right over Rebel Road and T Highway, just south of 54, off of T Highway. Still that very broad to the southwest of Cassville. All right, looks like they've put out a new warning. It's kind of north of our area, but southern Bourbon County, Barton County, northwestern Cedar County, Sinclair County, and Vernon County. Truman Lake, Nevada, Fort Scott, El Dorado Springs, Appleton City, Osceola, Lowry, Walker, Shell City, Bruneau, Fulton, Moundsville, Roscoe, Richards, Milo, Deerfield, Metz, Harwood, Stotesbury, and Johnson City. It does not appear that they have a tornado possible tag on that one, so that's a good thing. And it looks like the Fort Smith one they let expire. So right now, the only tornado warning we have is this one here for 8 more minutes. And this is that rotation to the north of El Dorado Springs. Still holding this tornado possible for another 8 minutes on that one. Another 8 minutes on that one. Looks like a flood warning. Yeah, flash flood warning for pretty much most of the area.
Hey, Andy, I'm waiting for a response back from Gary, but he was saying something about up from over the scanner that Pittsburgh got some damaged trees down and like that. Where or what, I'm trying to confirm. But all these winds that we're getting to our backsides from that, I guess.
Okay, sorry, I was checking with the other guys that are out there. They're down. They're kind of right. Let's see, where are they? Yeah, they're right there at Frontenac.
Also, the tornado warning is gone for Fort Scott again.
So, yeah, that's what we've got. So right there. So one tornado warning for 7 more minutes. A couple tornado possibles. And let's see, what are they seeing here? Oh, that's some very, very weak rotation. And you can see that real wide rotation right there. So now that spot of rotation is kind of coming up onto O Highway to the west of Tiffin. And I'm clocking 60, 70 mile an hour winds there. So kind of along H Highway between Y and O, just south of Taborville. All right, everybody, so we're continuing here. May go quiet here every now and then. I'm muting the mic, trying to grab a little dinner. All right, everybody. So we're continuing here. May go quiet here every now and then on using the mic, trying to grab a little dinner. But we've got this. Still these. Got about 4 minutes left on this one. Guys are talking right now about possibility of some damage in Pittsburgh.
Find a place to stop and kind of re-game plan or what we're gonna do. I guess
Channel mode.
Near Lamar or something. I guess I don't know.
Trying to.
Sounds good. I got a little. Radar won't even update.
My radar's working, but my string kept dropping. I've lost it. I don't know how many times. I'm not even live right now.
All right, guys. Sorry about that. We got 3 more minutes left on that one. Let's go down here and see what we got, because this is going to be making its way up our way, too. Let's see what they got there. Yeah. Down around Salina. So, we are continuing our severe weather coverage. Thank you all for watching and joining in. Got a couple more minutes left on that tornado warning. Who's that over here? Austin. Still some pretty strong winds associated with that one, too. Okay, so there's another severe thunderstorm warning for. This will cover Barton County, northeastern Newton County, Cedar County, Lawrence County, southeastern Vernon County, Jasper County, Dade County, until 7:15. At 6:11, severe thunderstorms are located along a line extending from near Arcadia to near Jasper to near Sarcoxy, moving east at 65 miles an hour. Hazard is 70-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. So this will include northeastern Joplin, Carthage, Webb City, Stockton Lake, Prairie State Park, Stockton State Park, Monette, Aurora, Carl Junction, Mount Vernon, Lamar, El Dorado Springs, Oronogo, Marionville, Carterville, Stockton, Duquesne, Greenfield, Sarcoxy, and Pierce City. So if you're on the lake, get off the lake. Okay, looks like they've issued another tornado warning to the north. This one here is for Lowry City, Taborville, Tiffin, Monegaw Springs, and Johnson City. So that's that one. Okay, so that tornado warning for El Dorado Springs has been allowed to expire. Okay, then they issued this one for Taney County, Christian County, Stone County, and Berry County. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. This will be Nixa, Ozark, Branson, Lake Taneycomo, Table Rock Lake, Bull Shoals Lake, Roaring River State Park, Table Rock State Park, Shepherd of the Hill State Park, Monette, Hollister, Cassville, Silver Dollar City, Kimberling City, Forsyth, Clever, Miriam Woods, Sparta, Crane, and Shell Knob. And if you're on the lake, get off the lake. All right, so we're continuing the same warnings. I'm going to be off the mic for just a minute and try to answer some of your guys' questions. Had a question about Nixa. I would say it's probably going to be this section of the cell here. So we'll time this out. Oh, actually, I need to see what speed was it moving. $65. So we can do this. Didn't go far enough. About 30 minutes to Nixa. So this one looks like they issued a new one. Oh, I guess 10 minutes ago. Well, that's why we're here. We're trying to help give everybody a heads up. So, you know, I used to deal with storm anxiety as well. So that's one thing that helped me was just learning and knowing, and the more I knew, the less anxiety I had about it. So not saying it fixes itself overnight, but keep an eye on that area right there, right around Highway 37. Oh, looks like they reissued a tornado warning for central Vernon County until 6:45. Let's see. It's located 7 miles southwest of Nevada, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. Tornado and quarter-size hail. Flying debris will be dangerous for anybody caught without shelter. So it'll be Nevada, Walker, Moundville, Harwood, and Horton. So pretty much exactly where that tornado warning just was. So this would be Interstate 49 between mile markers 86 and 107. Let's go to velocity and see what they're showing. Could be this area right here. Right in between Moundville and I-49. I don't know, we'll have to wait for another sweep to come in. But yeah, if you're in the Nevada, Walker, Harwood, any of those areas, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now and getting into your storm shelters. So again, that's Nevada, Handley, Walker, Harwood. You need to be taking your tornado precautions now for an active tornado warning for 20 more minutes until 6:45. Still some pretty broad rotation head up toward Lowry City. Let's flip back over here.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
Sorry, I'm trying to catch up with some other people on the team that are out.
Matt, look down in Cassville as well on velocity.
It's funny you say that because if you look at the stream right now, that's where I was. Yeah, they're just spot south, kind of southeast of Cassville. I wouldn't be surprised if that goes warm before too long.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I approve this message.
So, again, we continue this tornado warning here. Come on, load. Alright, so I'm back this up so you can see the full picture, and I'm going to catch up on a couple of these Facebook comments for you guys. All right, everybody, I'm back. I think I got everybody, got all your questions answered. I'm trying to. Kind of going in 1,000 directions right now, so just have to bear with me.
This nightmare looks apocalyptic in front of us, guys.
All right, everybody, I got to step away for just a second. All right, everybody, I'm back. So they're still continuing that same. Let's see if that rotation is tightened up any. Yeah, kind of just north of Milo, just south of Walker. Man, that one's getting with it up there, up towards Lowry City. So everything, you know, this system's making its way towards the Springfield area. Right now, the tornado possible tags have come off of these two large warnings here. Let's see. Yeah, there's some tornado warnings down south, but that's down into Oklahoma. So if you're in the Walker Harwood area or anywhere along 54, you know, you need to be taking your tornado precautions now. Yeah. Everything's making its way into our area. That area in Cassville's like waving. So it looks like this is kind of right over Aurora right now. That's staying. I mean, it's a severe storm. It's 70-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-sized hail. Same with that one. Looks like they've cut this tornado warning down a little bit to pretty much just Nevada, Walker, and Harwood. Let's see where the guys are. Looks like they're making their way up there. This is the guys from Team Havoc right here. Let's see. Time. We got 11 minutes left on that tornado warning for the Nevada area. So Nevada, Walker, in Shell City. All right, everybody. I'm gonna leave you to it for a minute. All right, everybody. We've got a few more minutes left on this tornado warning here. Yeah, 8 more minutes. Just starting to hear our first couple rumbles of thunder here in Springfield, where I'm at. But on the plus side, we've, you know, so far it could have been way worse than it is. So we've got this round coming, and then there's another one kind of right behind it. So, you know, it's gonna be a stormy night. Just kind of give you an overview of, you know, the whole area of what's going on. Sorry, I got some friends up here checking. Okay, it's going away from you, Rick. All right, everybody, I'm going to catch up with some more of your Facebook questions. All right, we got a new severe Nevada tornado warning. Springs. So, but if you know anybody up in the city Osceola area, you may give them a heads up. There you got 2 active tornado warnings there for the next 30 minutes. But we'll come back down here. So right now it doesn't look like even any of ours have tornado possible tags on them. It's just going to be strong winds right now. As of right now, that's what it's looking like. 60-mile-an-hour winds and three-quarter inch hail. So if you've got, your car outside, you need to get it in the garage. Now would be the time to do that. everybody. I'm just trying to go through all your comments and get everybody answered. And if you leave a comment, I try to answer them all. Alright, everybody, we're still running this same loop. The storm's making their way into the Springfield Metro. The wind's moving along at a clip, though. Alright, everybody, we're still running this same loop. The storm's making their way into the Springfield Metro. So we're looking around 40 some miles an hour around Ozark. So this is still severe levels. But like I said, so far nothing has a tornado possible tag on it, so that's a great thing after the couple we've had over here. So it looks like they've moved part of that severe warning box. So it looks like the Joplin, Carthage, Neosho areas are out of that severe thunderstorm warning now. It's kind of cut off along Highway 90. Nope. What would that be? Canada line? Along HH Highway. So pretty much from La Russell to the east, or I guess La Russell to the west, is out of that severe thunderstorm warning now. That's a big tornado warning right there. I mean, it's just it's a big polygon.
Hi, everybody. We are headed westbound on 944.
All right, you kind of start hearing the little rumblings of the storm making its way into Springfield here where I live. All right, you kind of start hearing the little rumblings of the storm making its way into Springfield here where I live. And you kind of start hearing the little. So we got 25 minutes left on this southern. All right, everybody. We got these continuing. Just because we haven't had a tornado warning on any of these, let's not take these as not serious. These are still some very large thunderstorms. Just because we haven't had a tornado warning on any of these, let's not take these as. I mean, these are still extremely strong winds and substantial hail. So. We're looking at 60 mile an hour, 54 mile an hour right along I-44 right now coming into the Springfield area. Yeah, so we got some extreme winds coming along with this storm, everybody. So please be inside, away from your windows. Alright, guys, we're staying here on this. Let's back out real quick and just check and see what we got going on. Looks like this area storm is just making its way into Springfield Metro. So I was just checking in with the other guys. They're saying up here at Lowry City they got some insane. Yeah, right there. Phew. That's quite a storm system right there. Up in Lowry City. Looks like they just issued a new one for McDonald County till 7:45. 70-mile-an-hour wind gust. Big Sugar Creek State Park, Anderson, Knoll, Dodge, Goodman City, Goodman, Southwest City, Pineville, Lanigan, Stella, Cayuga, Tiff City, Powell, and Rocky Comfort. The three-quarter inch hail, and 70-mile-an-hour winds. Some very strong winds coming in here, Republic, or right between Republic and Brookline, right along I-44. Dang. So we're going to have some pretty substantial rain and wind making their way into the Springfield Metro here momentarily. Looks like it's kind of about James River Freeway and I-44 currently. So yeah, we got a potential for some very strong winds here in the next 20 minutes making their way into the Springfield area. Well, that one up at Lowry City is really getting with it. I was talking with the other one, and they were talking about, what do you say, 120 gate to gate. Super, super strong winds on that storm up there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that rotation. All right, I'm gonna be answering some more Facebook comments, so I'll be off for just a minute. So that storm is just making it to the very far south side of Springfield right now, through Republic, Nixa, Ozark. You guys should be experiencing that rain right now. All right, everybody. We're back answering your questions and catching up with a couple of the guys that were a couple other guys over and running right along the border. So just touching base with them. Still looking like about 54-mile-an-hour wind running down I-44 right now. Who's that? Rob? He's in for a ride. Coming 54, 55-mile-an-hour winds in the face. Still staying under tornado warned, so that's a great thing. I mean, I think the 4 or 5 they did today was right. There's definitely volatility, and you know, we've had tornadoes, so thanks everybody that's commented and everything on the stream. We really appreciate it. You know, if you like and enjoy this, let your friends know. You know, that helps us out. We are a self-funded operation here, so the more people we can get watching our videos helps us out a lot, and it helps us in the algorithm of getting our content seen. So, not to sound totally cheesy, but if you like it, please share, let people know. You know, we're here to help out our community. That's what we do this for. We got a great team here. They'll sacrifice a lot of time and money. So I would like to personally thank them, our admins, and everybody else that helps run this on the backside. And all of our families. So it looks like the main of the storm is just about all the way across Springfield now. let's see what's going on down here to the south, since this is what'll be heading up our way for long. Some of our guys from the Midwest Mezzo project are up here. Andy Hicks, this Team Havoc out of Clinton, and Jeff Smith out of Northeast Kansas. They're getting ready to move up onto this storm. So we got 23 minutes left on this severe thunderstorm warning here for Greene County and Polk County. Got 8 minutes left on that one. $38 minutes left on the one down in McDonald, Newton County. Oh, just McDonald County. A little thunder rumbles outside. But it looks like... Okay, so they let that severe thunderstorm warning here expire. So we're now down to just these three big ones. We've got 6 minutes left on this one. And 20 minutes left on the one for Springfield, or for Greene and Polk County, yeah. Almost kind of like look like they're developing a little bit of a gust front right here. There'd be some very strong winds along that. Yeah, see, 30, 35 mile an hour. Some really strong winds coming toward the Branson area. We are moving right along. Boy, up there, Lowry City there. That one is really sticking with it. Look at that right there. Look at that rotation. That's crazy. So if you know anybody in the Lowry City, Leesville, Warsaw area, you may just give them a heads up. Because that's a pretty tight rotation on that storm right there. Yeah, it's got like probably 150 gate to gate. Anyway, we'll get back down to our area. Alright, let's get this moving again. So we got 17 minutes left on our severe thunderstorm warning here for Greene and Polk counties. An hour and 2 minutes left on that. That's a big one. So Taney County, Christian County, Stone County, and Berry County until 8:15. A severe thunderstorm located on a line extended near Battlefield to near Osage, moving east at 45 mile an hour. 60 mile an hour wind gusts. This will impact Nixa, Ozark, Branson, Lake Taneycomo, Table Rock Lake, Roaring River State Park, Table Rock State Park, Shepherd of the Hills State Park, Monette, Hollister, Cassville, Silver Dollar City, Kimberling City, Forsyth, Clever, Merriam Woods, Sparta, Crane, Shellknob, and Kissy Mills. So looking at 3/4 inch hail and 60 mile an hour winds. And that would be this right here. Alrighty, everybody. Definitely looks like it's trying to build a gust front there. Alright, everybody, I'm going to leave this on loop for a minute and I'm going to have to step away, but I will be back shortly. All right, everybody, we're back. Looks like they've narrowed down this severe thunderstorm warning quite a bit. Yeah, just Springfield, Stratford, Fairgrove, Ebenezer, Bassville, Turners, and Galloway. That's only for another 10 minutes, I believe. Yep. So we got 55 minutes left on that one. And 25 minutes left on that one. Talking with the other guys, are trying to make it up to this northern storm up here on Highway 65 in the Coal Camp area, Lincoln, Warsaw. This is a tornado warning up here, and that's observed. Basically over Warsaw. But they say it's a radar confirmed. So this is for the Warsaw area. We're just looking north. Yep. Alright, we'll get back down here on Springfield. So those guys are moving towards that. And quite a little cell building out here. About Richville, Buckhart. Don't have any warnings on it, but it's just very kind of all by itself out there. All right, I'm going to catch up on your comments. So we got about 7 minutes left on the severe thunderstorm warning for Greene County. Still another 52 minutes for this one. The Taney, Christian Stone, and Barry. It's a very heavy rain down here around Kimberling City, kind of around Reed Spring, McCord Bend. So we definitely have to watch out for flash flooding down there. We're just going to check down here to the south to see what they got going on here. Got an observed tornado down here around Fayetteville, down in Arkansas. And I think they're observed on both of these as well. Yeah, look at the way look at that inflow. That's crazy right here. See it just pulling that storm. So that's where your tornado is right there. That's a very, very strong storm system right here, right above, right around Warsaw, right at the 65 and 7 highway interchange. It's a very strong storm. Let's see what size, see how tall it is. Echo tops at 49,000 feet. That is an insanely large storm. This one down here, we're at 52,000. This one that's giving all that rain is 37,000 feet. It's a very tall storm as well. We got 2 minutes left on this. It's really kind of pushing its way out into our eastern counties of the 417. So I would imagine they're going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning pretty quickly here for this area. Only quite a lot of rain here. Around Stone Ridge, just to the southwest of Branson West. Does look like there's a couple new cells starting out here around Willow Springs, just to the west of Willow Springs, right up around Licking, between Licking and Sherrill, right along 63. We got along a good storm right here. Last week we were right here in Kabul. Had the storms split us right there. kind of talking with the other team of guys, and we are kind of discussing what's going on with this tornado up to the north, because this one's observed. Yeah, this storm up here is just becoming anticyclonic, so it's changed directions. So let me go down here and look at this tornado. It's like it's swinging in the other direction. But this one is a very, very strong tornado up here. Right here. So there's some damage up in Lowry City. Let's check this velocity. This thing is a monster up here. Look at that. That is crazy. If you guys know anybody in the Lowry City, Warsaw, Coal Camp especially, because it's moving that way, you may let them know. There's a very strong storm here with an observed tornado right along Highway 65 just north of Warsaw. I know that's not normally our area, but... Okay, what do we got? Okay, so the severe thunderstorm warning for Greene County has expired now. Looks like this tornado warning down here around Fayetteville is extending out. We've got 42 minutes left on that severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm just going to leave the radar up for now and leave the stream going in case there's a recycle or something like that, but I'm not necessarily going to be on the mic, but we'll be monitoring and we'll update as new warnings come available. Sorry if you see in the feed, we're trying to get an assessment of how big this tornado is up here because this has done quite a bit of damage there in Lowry City. So we got our team guys are up there. Subby, Jim Sublett, there in Clinton at KD's covering this, and so we were trying to. We got some other guys making our way up into that area, so we're trying to figure them the safest place to go. So if you see the radar jumping around, that's what's going on. That thing is massive. Let's see if correlation coefficient is something. Alright, sorry, we'll get back down here on Southwest Missouri. So it looks like they've issued a new severe thunderstorm warning for Dallas County, Western Laclede County, and Camden County until 8:15. At 7:35, severe thunderstorms were located along a line extending from near Urbana to 7 miles northeast of Fairgrove, moving northeast at 50 miles an hour. Has their 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. These include Lebanon, Lake of the Ozarks, Lake of the Ozarks State Park, Hahatonka State Park, Bennett Springs State Park, Osage Beach, Camdenton, Buffalo, Village of Four Seasons, Richland, Laurie, Conway, Sunrise Beach, Urbana, Max Creek, Glen Creek, Phillipsburg, Statland, Bennett Springs, and Climax Springs. This will be Interstate 44 between mile markers 111 and 144. And again, if you're on Lake of the Ozarks, please get off the lake. So that's this area right here for 33 minutes. Yeah, look at that. That's like a donut right there. Okay, so luckily this newest one hasn't maintained the observed tag. So got some more out there. What direction is this moving? Moving northeast. Okay. Well, again, if you know anybody up in the Cole Camp, Green Ridge, kind of the 52 and Highway 65 intersection just south of Sedalia, you may let them know there's some very strong storm headed their direction. I wonder if we switch this back to man, that's still all right. Sorry, we'll get back down here on Southwest Missouri. If you're still hanging out, we appreciate it. We're kind of in a holding pattern right now, just to see what what's going to come out of these storms to the south here, and continue on with our coverage of these storms up here in the Lebanon area. There are some bigger storms building out here to the east, kind of north of Houston. Rolla, in between Houston and Rolla. And another one just about to Kabul right now. So we're gonna leave the radar loop playing, and yeah, we're gonna catch up with these other guys, and we'll hop back on when there's more to say. All right, we're kind of watching these cells. You know, the second one's moving its way back up into Springfield Metro. All right, we're kind of watching these cells. You know, they're look like we're getting a gust front going here, right? Kind of Monette to just on the other side of Cassville. So that may, this storm that's pushing its way up, this may hinder that and kind of keep that down in Arkansas. So looks like there's a flood warning over here. Yeah, 1 to 2 inches in under an hour. So that'd be for, I think, is that McDonald County? Yep, McDonald County. And up here in the Lebanon area, South Osage Beach, they're continuing this severe thunderstorm warning for Dallas, Western Laclede, and Camden County. So that one's continuing. Man, that tornado warning's still going up there. This is moving up into the Sedalia area, just south of Sedalia, just north of Cole Camp. I know they've reported some damage in Lowry City along 13 Highway. We've got some guys en route up there now. I got headed up 13 right now. This is Isaac Wilson from Nader Boys. And then we've got, let's see, Andy should be somewhere. Yeah, Andy Hicks. This is Team Havoc out of Clinton. They're making their way back up to start checking this area over. Still got quite a few people out. But yeah. So let's go flip to velocity real quick. I want to look at that storm up to the north. Yeah, see, there's this gust front developing right here. There's going to be some pretty strong winds right there. Yeah, see 30, 35 miles an hour. Look like about 50, 54. So that's probably what's prompting the severe thunderstorm warning. Usually around 53.5, I think, prompts a severe thunderstorm. So that looks like that's coming, running right along 60. So if you're in the Verona, Aurora area, some very strong, strong winds coming your way here in about the next 5-10 minutes. Yeah, I want to go up here and look at that. Yeah, look at that. See, this is the winds to and from the radar. That is a big, big area of rotation. Let's switch back over to Pleasant Hills radar. Yeah, look at that. That is a crazy rotation. I'd say the tornado's got to be right there. Kind of right at 52 and 65, just north of Cole Camp, heading towards Sedalia. Other than that, down here, storms look pretty decent. Having some wind, and obviously there's a flood risk. And got that, some of that gusty wind starting, but looking pretty good. Heather put a comment here about the storms down around Fort Smith. So I'm just switching to here to show that this is Fort Smith right here. And those tornado warnings are to the east of there. Let's put a big tornado warning out for that. So yeah, we're monitoring all that down to the south. Alright, if you're still on the stream, we're going to keep it up. I'm going to keep it up until at least, you know, our main threats are gone. It really looks like out to the east, there's not a lot. So once this severe thunderstorm pushes out, we get this cell, then we'll end the stream. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep it up until that point. So I'm just gonna keep the radar looping, and you know, we're watching this area up here around Lebanon for sales. And that's kind of not our area, but this got another 8 minutes on this severe thunderstorm warning here, and we're watching this how this cell here down around Green Forest is progressing, whether it's going to push its way up into the 417 or not. But for now, we're going to just keep the loop running, and I'll hop back on, and there's new information. All right, so we've got an update. They So we're just going to leave this loop playing on velocity until we can see around about where they're looking with this area of rotation. I'm kind of guessing it's right around here. kind of to the northwest of Kimberling City. But we're gonna leave this playing and see how this develops. All right, so we're continuing this severe thunderstorm warning right here with a tornado possible tag here for another 47 minutes. And again, that's Taney, Christian, Stone, and Eastern Berry County until 9 o'clock. We're also watching this area down here, down south of Green Forest. They've got I think this is this is an observed tornado there. So, but that's not. We don't need to worry about that right now. This, I'm just waiting to see where. We're gonna go up here and check on. Man, that thing is still big. It's just south of Sedalia right now.
Just what I thought. Lori City, Casey, no power.
Okay, everybody, we got another tornado warning just issued for. We got a tornado warning. Got another tornado warning issued for. This would be for.
Okay, everybody, we got another tornado warning. Just
Northeastern Webster County, northern Wright County until 8:45. At 8:14, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located 9 miles southeast of Niangua or 11 miles east of Marshfield, moving northeast at 35 miles an hour. So this looks like it's right about Highway 38, just about to 5 Highway, just north of Hartville right now. Come on. Yeah, right there. That little notch right there. So this would be southwest of Niangua, or let's see, that would be southeast of Marshfield, kind of right around Duncan. Yeah, 62 miles an hour just outside of Duncan, right along Highway 38 and Duncan Road is where that area of rotation is. So again, that's a tornado warning for 27 more minutes for northeastern Webster County and northern Wright County until 8:45. So it's moving northeast at 35 miles an hour, so it's not a very fast mover. Okay. So again, this is a tornado warning, and it looks the highest area of rotation looks to be right along 38 and Duncan Road, just to the southeast of Marshfield, kind of right in between High Prairie and Duncan. Good thing it looks like that tornado expired to the north. So, yeah, we are right in between Hartville and Marshfield, just north of Seymour right now. An active tornado warning for 24 more minutes. Okay, again, this is active tornado warning for Wright County. No, let me make sure. Yes, northern Webster and northeastern Webster and northern Wright counties. So we should get a new sweep here pretty soon. Let's see what the height is on this storm. Yeah, 46,000. That's got plenty of energy to rocket up that high. So got some tornado warnings here to the south that are riding right along the border, but I think they're probably going to stay south. This is a very defined rotation right here. Again, this is right at 38 Highway 38 and Duncan Road. So if you're in Duncan, Loring, Boyer, anywhere along 5 Highway North between Hartville and Grove Spring, you should be taking your tornado precautions now. And Susanna all along M Highway. Yeah, 62 miles an hour just to the west of Duncan. I'm going to back out real quick and just make sure there's nothing else. Still got 30 minutes left on that one. Oh.
That tornado warning was a total of 8 minutes, man.
Yeah, okay. So so they've now canceled that tornado warning for Webster and Wright counties. If you're watching on the stream right now, you can see the area rotation was there, and then that outflow kind of blew that rotation apart back into a gust front. So they've allowed that tornado warning to expire. So right now we have just this severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible for another 30 minutes down for Taney, Christian, Stone, and Eastern Berry County until 9 o'clock. Alright, just looking at the radar real quick. They're continuing for 28 more minutes this severe thunderstorm warning with the tornado possible tag on it. Looks like it's kind of right around Forsyth. Made its way across Branson right now. There's one lone tornado warning here. I would almost bet it's for that little notch right there. But I don't know, it almost looks like it's trying to bow out. Yep. So we'll keep an eye on that. This really does look like it's gusting out now. Definitely outflow dominant. You can see the psh. Some pretty strong winds headed into Hartville. This right here had to be one of the shortest tornado warnings I've ever seen. It was literally like 1 frame's worth. National Weather Service does a really good job for us here. Looks to be quite a bit of damage from some of the other groups I'm in, seeing some of the posts and stuff. Seems to be quite a bit of damage around Lowry City. A bunch of trees down in Warsaw. It's quite a day. Let's see if the guys have made it back yet. Looks like Isaac's right there. I think they're going to meet in Clinton. Yeah, Andy's there in Clinton. I mean, really, it looks pretty clean off to the west. Doesn't look like a whole lot. Switch over to Wichita's radar and see. Nope, this one. Yeah, some up to the north, but if we go off this one. Yeah, looks pretty clean out to the west. So this is a fun little thing to see right here, why it's important to change radars. So you see this area right here, how it's real light coming off the Springfield radar, because it's closest, it's getting a good reading of it. But then if we switch here to Tulsa, the beam's traveling twice as far. Now look how this shows up in the same area. Nope, damn it, wrong one, this one. See, this looks like such more an intense storm off of this radar because it's going twice as far, so it's getting way more signature coming back. Where you switch to this radar and you're shooting the beam closer, you get a more accurate reading. And it looks like they let that tornado warning to the south expire. So it looks like just that one tornado warning down here. It's got 23 minutes left on that. I don't really expect we're going to get much out of that, the way that's gusting out like that. Pretty well the end of those cells. Kind of make a little squall line right there. So, guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream there. You know, there's another 20 minutes, 22 minutes left on this. But other than that, if there's anything new that pops up, we'll hop back on and go live. And if not, I appreciate everybody that commented and joined in and all that. So we'll see you on the next one.